Happy Saturday, everybody. Happy weekend. Hopefully your week went well. We're back in the garage, jumping on the 49, and we're gonna take a look at all the grease, grime, and buildup over the years. I'm not sure when the last time this bike was cleaned, but I'm gonna take a whack at getting all this detritus off. I did a prep already on it. I saved you guys the boring part of where I chop up this poor rubber glove, rubber bands, scissors. I'm not running with it, don't worry, very safe garage. But took a time to cover all the intakes and spark plugs and the rear mount where the generator goes, that's covered. And yeah, just basically went around the bike to see where if this degreaser or water got into the crevices would be a super bummer. So I took care of all that, and I think, giving it a quick once over, covering all these different ports, I think we're good to go. So let's get it set up where we can hit it with the chemicals and all the things, let it happen, let it degrease for a while. Might have to do a little scrub, but hopefully moving forward, we won't have this this bike just lots of just places of where, you know, everywhere you touch, it's just like, really? Does it have to be? It doesn't have to be like this, guys. It doesn't have to be like this. We can do better. Let's do better. So haven't had the bike off the ramp since. There's no brakes. What could go wrong? But I did get her neutral, and she hates going backwards. Still surprisingly really heavy. At least she's rolling. But I did have the good sense to at least leave the center stand on, so it won't be so bad. Let's see if we can get this into position. Then get her up on some kind of jack. Hey Jack, come over, help me out with this bike. Let's see. All right, let's get a proper jack, lift her up, and yeah, commence the festivities. How is it this sunny? Last weekend we were in the garage, we were freezing, and this weekend we're like, it's just, I can't even get out of the, it's hot in Georgia, which is usually hot in Georgia, but today, anyway, back to the task at hand. So I got the bike, as you can see here, up on the other jack, which is really actually quite sturdy. I used the ramp for the bottom to make sure it doesn't sink into the mud. Safety first, and like I said before, I've got it all locked off, so it should be good. Now it's just time to properly shake the can. Shake the can. Apparently you can never shake the can quite enough, so I'm shaking it. And yeah, let's get this grease off this bike for once and for all. Good Lord. Used to do this for my Volkswagen, and it was much harder to get to. This is like easy. Keep shaking it. One of the benefits of having not so live grass, you know. And the part we really dreaded, going under the bike. It's gonna get dirty. Upside down, but hold the can right side up. You try it. You might be a little bit better at this than I am. Whew. Yeah, it's hot. It's crazy how the temperature is just all over the place. Almost done. You can feel it. All right, after this we have a much different bike. I hope that the grease and the grime and the fingers, just trying to get everything clean, this has got to pay off. I know it is. So I'll see you in 15, what does it say? Ooh, 20-minute break. Do what you want.
A few moments later.
And we're back. Hope you enjoyed the 20 minutes off. And we're looking at the bike and it's looking pretty great. I mean, this amount of sludge and grudge and slime and grime has been much needed to be removed. So I think it's time to turn the hose on it. So many settings. What do you choose? What do you do? We got jet, got rinse. I'm thinking jet. Let's just jet this thing. All right, from the top down, shall we? Let's see what happens. What's the worst that could happen? Ah, no water. Somebody failed to turn the water on. Never say that. Just get her done. See what happens. Definitely much shinier. The level of clean I was hoping for didn't quite get there. It got really close. Let me show you what I mean. It's nice that I got these big open surfaces to kind of show you where to go for, but I think in order to get this grime out from some of these fins, I think there's nothing I can do except for get a little red SOS and scrub it out. So that's the next step. Hooray, hooray. We got some good coverage here on the plate. At least it's not coming off with grime on my fingers anymore. So overall coverage was really good, but I think it's gonna have to still need a little care with the scrub brush. So let's break down one more time. This time we're gonna use Simple Green, the pro stuff, HD Pro Simple Green. It's supposed to be amazing. Let's give that a shot. So I grabbed some Simple Green, put it into a container, basic brushes, and nothing fancy, not too fancy here. I got hawks in the air. Maybe the metal pan is making the bird nuts. I don't know. Doesn't like it. Stop working on the bike. Take a little while.
2,000 years later.
Okay, quick update. So the grime to time ratio is important to consider when you're doing this kind of stuff. I mean, there are people online on YouTube who do amazing work with Dremels and Scotch-Brite pads and all kinds of stuff. That's not this guy and it's not this channel. But I think I did a nice enough job to where it passes the 20-foot test. So that's like from here. So from there, 20 feet, not too bad. But let's do better, guys. Let's go a little closer and look, check it out. So aluminum castings, all the grease and grime is gone. Really nice. Most of the fins are clear as well. You probably can see a little closer than I can through this camera. I think my little wrap and cover up with rubber bands worked out pretty well. I think this could still use a little bit of Colonel Brassy polish going around on all the different things. But for the most part, I'd say 80% there, 90% there. And of course, I know, the last 10% is 100% of the work. I agree with that. But again, this is a motorcycle, not a thing. No one's gonna eat off this. But if you wanted to, now would be the time to do it because this is when you're gonna see the least amount of stuff everywhere. So here we go. Yeah, it's looking looking pretty good. I'd love to get that fender disassembled, try to get this guy taken apart, get the wires out of there, and also take a look at this toolbox and get this guy out of here. So that's after lunch. Be right back. I'm getting hungry. It's actually the next day. I got a little bit carried away this morning. Should have turned the cameras on. I didn't, but I did get some work done. I went ahead and stripped all of the little components off the back. So now the headlight is out, which is nice. Just a quick look on the inside here. It's just did a great job at degreasing everything all the way through and through. Went ahead and did that. Here's a look at it now. So now the toolbox does have a few scratches. Yeah, but the best thing about this toolbox now is that it is, so we can go ahead and get that all sorted now. Got the coil out of there, nice and clean. I got the case off, and just like it just stinks. Stinks of nasty old burnt clutch, where apparently it's been abused and used for a long time. But here's what it looks like. So here we have the clutch is out. I went and took the 4 screws out, really simple, and each plate slid out one at a time. But I wonder, when we were looking at the bike before with Tom, there was this rattle going on in the whole cage. Remember when he's like listening with the screwdriver? I wonder if that's from this chain being so loose, or if it's because there's a bit of play in it. I'm not sure, but if you know the answer, let me know in the comments below. My biggest concern though is looking at all this, trying to see what the possible damage could be, if there's things I have to fix, and I am finding a few things. Over here, there's a screw right there, and it's just been chewed into. You can see how like the threads aren't going to hold so much. And then I've got these 2 screw holes here and here. Is that normal? Like, should the screws look like that? I thought that this is not correct, but you let me know. The other holes around the outside aren't too bad, but on the other side, I did find a little bit more damage. Up here, where the generator goes, there are a couple scuff marks. It's not too bad from this angle now that I'm looking at it, but it did at one point catch and grind into this, which is kind of scary. I did pull this off again because there was so much gray sludge at the bottom of all these different bends, and sure enough, there was quite a bit of residual gunk here. So I'll just end up putting the screen back on. But looking at the bike overall now, I'm really happy with the level of clean it is now. The grime, everything is gone. I can do a little bit of a polish on aluminum if I want to. I am checking out to see if there's any more grime like in these channels down here, and there is a bit of sludge left behind. I do think I had to spend some time to degrease all 3 cases. On a positive note, I got the bike in the neutral, which means now I can spin the back tire thanks to the lovely stand here. And just looking at this chain, I've learned this chain is an O-ring chain, which is cool. And just looking at the rust level and all of the different pitting or any kind of cracking going on the O-rings, it's kind of okay, but also I don't really know for sure. So I think what I'd like to do now is give the chain a real good scrub down, get some degreaser in there, and then properly lube it while the clouds are on our side. Got outside, got a dollar store chain, which is amazing. Piece of cardboard with a little wire tie to deflect it. And now we're gonna just take a look and see. So the rest is kind of in the center and a little bit on the face. It's not too bad. Here's worse. Obviously, want to keep your fingers away from that guy. So I think we're ready to give it a try. Just want to degrease all this, clean it up, and then re-grease all the links, right? How hard could it be? We'll find out. Here we go. Do the top one. master length.
One eternity later.
I got it all kind of scrubbed down. The center pivots, so you got, what is it, outside link or cap link, and then you got inside links, and there's a actually copper or brass inside that kind of rolls back and forth, and bushings on each side of that, which is cool because I thought these were all rusted, but they're not. So that was nice. And then yeah, I went ahead and scrubbed her down, and I think now we've got a pretty nice chain, way nicer than it was before. Sprockets on the side also clean, so everything's been degreased, cleaned, and then properly lubed with a quality chain lube. So yeah guys, it's all coming together. So very, very happy with all the progress. Guys, make it a great week. Thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate all the comments and all the likes. It's really helping the channel to grow, and I'll see you on the next one.